Peace and love, Moorish Nationality Card Services here with another one. Another what? Another receipt, which is prima facie evidence that what we say pertaining to the 508c1a religious non-taxation card is 100% legit. So as you can see here, this is a receipt from Family Dollar. I do not know if Family Dollar does business in the state where you domicile at. I don't know. They do business where I domicile at. A lot of people have heard of Family Dollar. All right. So as you can see here, it says at the top immediately, tax exempt sale. Now, one of the main reasons for me doing this video is because, again, as I say before, Moors use the argument when they're going to these courts, I'm a natural person, flesh and blood, you're an artificial person. Corporations can't do business with natural persons, right? Now, they use that argument. Moors use that argument all the time going into a court, okay? But when it comes to them doing business with another artificial person who has a natural person representing them, handling their affairs, is when they go to the store. See, because when you go to Family Dollar, you go to Walmart, Family Dollar are artificial persons, yet they need and they must have natural persons to take care of the day-to-day business and affairs. But see, those affairs that they're handling is for the artificial person, not for them. So what I'm saying is when you go to these artificial persons, Walmart, Kmart, Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, whatever the case may be, you are still dealing with an artificial person, even though there's a natural person handling the affairs. They are Family Dollar. They are Walmart. They are Kmart. They're Dollar Tree. They are Dollar General. So with that being said, is if you're going to use that argument, then that means that you as a Moor ought not to be going into a store and doing any business with them, because what? You're going in as a natural person. That's an artificial person. You see what I mean? So when you put that into perspective, you have to have a person that can deal with that person. Again, you say artificial persons, corporations can only deal with corporations, right? Well, when you're going in here, you have to have a person, especially if you're trying to exercise non-taxation at the point of sale. Because, what boggles me is I see Moors, committing fraud. And I have to say this. What do I mean by that? Well, a lot of Moors do actually go into places such as Family Dollar, right? And they do exercise the non-taxation. But see, they're going in there under false pretenses. Why? Specifically, as an example, Family Dollar, right? Family Dollar will inquire of the organization name, right? The thing is, Moors will go and lie and say that there's an organization called Moorish American National. There is no organization called Moorish American National. That is a lie. So when you are going into Family Dollar and these receipts are giving you the answers on how you're supposed to operate, you Moors are in fact in fraud, committing fraud, going into these stores talking about the organization is Moorish American National, and the number is, the number that everybody likes to use. You're committing fraud by saying you have an organization that does not exist. There is no Moorish American National organization. There's no organization called Moorish American National. So y'all need to stop doing that. Either you're going to go into these places and you're going to operate lawfully, or you're going to continue to make us look bad with these fraudulent acts. You go to Best Buy. Best Buy wants an organization, yet Moors are talking about Moorish American National. That is a fraud. There is no organization. You go to Home Depot, they want an organization. It's just as simple as that. There is no Moorish American National organization. That's fraud. So what does that mean? That means that you must have an organization. Now, this is something that I realized all the way back in 2012, and I did allow myself to get caught up in some confusion of, oh, I'm a natural person at the point of sale. You can't tax natural persons. That's all fine and dandy. I'm not about to sit here and argue with you when I've had an organization, a religious organization that's been established since 2012 on the public record. Why would I sit here and argue with you when I have a person to deal with your person? Okay? It's just as simple as that. So that's what this receipt is here, because what I did was went and created myself a 508c1a religious non-taxation card for my particular organization. And no, it is not the Moorish American Temple of Islam. That doesn't even exist that I know of. And if it does, this is just being used as an example. But I do have my own religious organization that I established with some other brothers, right? So with me doing that, what I've been doing is when I'm going to these stores and exercising the non-taxation, I'm pulling out my 508c1a religious non-taxation card. That's what I'm doing. And as I've said before, 508c1a falls under Title 26 of the Internal Revenue Code, or United States Code, as far as the tax, I guess you want to say laws, policies, right? It's right then and there. So by me operating that way under the religious organization, exercising non-taxation at the point of sale, that way, what is that doing? That's operating constitutionally. That's operating according to the law. That is not committing fraud by saying you're exercising, because this is the thing. This is where the fraud comes in. Moors will go in and say they're a natural person, but the store is under the intent that they're doing business with an artificial person, whether you agree with it or not. So when you go in with this whole thing, especially you Moors who have exercised non-taxation at the point of sale at a Family Dollar, when you're going in and say, well, I'm a natural person, you can't tax me. But then they turn around and ask you for your non-taxation number. You give them the AA222141, and then they ask you for the organization. I know a bunch of you Moors. I know, matter of fact, 98% of you have stood there and had to think about organization. And then a lot of you are lying and saying Moorish Science Temple of America, when you're not even members of Moorish Science Temple of America. So it's fraud all the way around. Now, we have a remedy for that, and it's up to you. All right, we do have a remedy for that. You can become members of the particular organization that we have established. You can become members with you procuring yourself a 508c1a religious non-taxation card. And by you being a member, what that would allow you to do is to utilize our non-taxation number, right? And the name of our organization as a missionary of our particular organization. At least if you're going to be going into the stores doing this, do it lawfully, do it the correct way, and stop frauding. Again, there is no Moorish American National organization, and a lot of you are not members of a Moorish Science Temple. You've never even been to one before. So at least this way it's being done lawfully. I got to change the battery in that smoke detector there. Just started going off today. And by you procuring a 508c1a religious non-taxation card and paying the one-time $50 membership fee, or you can say it's a dues fee. So you're paying your dues one time for life, $50, then you could utilize your membership and non-taxation as a member/officer of our religious organization. At least Again, it is putting you in a position to exercise this non-taxation lawfully. Because from what I can see, how Moors are doing it, it's fraud. Period. It's just no getting around it. If these stores are asking you for an organization name and you're making up the whole made up name that I've seen everybody been using because it's been shared on social media, Moorish American National, you're frauding. And that should show you where you're frauding at, because you have to deal with them as an organization, an officer of the organization, as the cashier is dealing with you as an associate or representative of the corporation that you're purchasing goods and services from. It's the same thing. So if we can't even get that together, we're frauding. There is no Moorish American National organization. It's as simple as that. If you're interested in getting yourself a 508c1a religious non-taxation card and becoming a member of our religious organization, being able to utilize our non-taxation number, then what you need to do is go into the description of this video, depending on where you may be viewing it at, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever the case. Go into the description or the caption and or comments of this video. Click that very first link. All right. When you click that link, it's going to do one of two things, one or the other. Either it's going to bring you to this page to where you can go ahead and just choose your card, your little optional features, all that good stuff. And then as well, pay the optional one-time membership dues. Then you do that. Now I can say this before I get off of here. If you have your own organization, we can make the 508 card for your particular organization. I just say, please make sure that you're not 501c3, because then this card doesn't stand. It doesn't work for you. So if you have your own religious organization, we'll be more than happy to produce a 508c1a religious non-taxation card for you. And then that way, if you're not you're not an officer of an organization, then you don't have to pay us the $50 to be a member/officer of our particular organization. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Link is in the description, caption, and or comments. One of those three places, depending on where you're viewing this at. I appreciate you allowing me to rock with you. Appreciate you allowing me to take up so much of your very valuable time. This is Moorish Nationality Card Services, and I'm out of here. Peace.